Give a damn. I'd like to thank you for letting me be myself.
Really?
That ass.
It was good the first time I tried it.
Yeah, it was. It pissed me off because it was too much hype about it, and I was like, you know what? I don't even want that shit. Niggas out here dying like it's a game of Madden. Shit's crazy.
That was crazy. It's been funny watching the two of y'all go at each other since we got here. We were doing that for 40 minutes.
Facts. That's my guy though. Zach my guy though.
What?
Oh,
you trying to speed us up and shit?
You want to do the introduction?
Yeah, nigga, welcome to the
Well, welcome back. Hopefully, we were missed last week.
Exactly. Sorry to keep y'all waiting.
But we're back here. As we told you, if you listened to the last episode, Tanisia's birthday was last weekend, so they had to celebrate. How was her celebration?
It was good. She loved it. She said it was one of the best birthdays she's ever had, so I was happy.
I got to see a little bit on social.
Yeah, her line dancing and all of that.
They should look smooth.
Yeah,
like
they had
butter.
that joint turned. They always be having stuff. Yeah, they was
I'm gonna have
snapping.
to practice because I was like, I'll be tripping over everybody.
Yeah,
everybody be mad at me.
Yeah, and they be telling me I gotta get in there, but I don't. I'm the cameraman right now. I'm gonna learn later, but right now I'm the cameraman.
Okay. How was your week otherwise?
Otherwise, it was good. Work as always, pushing through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you doing, Zach?
Doing good.
Zach, what are you grateful for this week?
Living.
Did he say that last week?
He said waking up.
Waking up. Okay. I mean, that's the next level of living.
Waking up, living.
What about you, sir? What are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for this podcasting. I really appreciate it, and it's a good journey, and I like it. So
That's what's up.
facts.
I swear this nigga be reading my notes because I be like, that's a good one. Shit. No, I'm grateful for you, brothers. Like I posted something earlier today. I stole your job, but I posted it today. And I was looking at the little drawing that the designer did, and I was like, damn, this went from me just having a random idea at work, then saying, hey, we should do this, and then kind of harassing you about it for like 2 months, and then getting you on board, and then it was easier to harass Zach into it than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful thing. Like a lot of people don't take the opportunity to see their dream to fruition. Mm-hmm. Like success, fail, whatever, but you did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the fact that you actually attempted is,
I don't want to get to an old age and like, oh, I wish I had done that. I wish I had done that. I just want to do shit. That's where I'm at now.
All right.
My kids are all grown.
I hear that. Facts.
So just want to do shit. I saw an interesting thing. So, we had coronavirus. We had the murder hornets. Did you see these giant spiders?
Yeah. It said the size of a kid's hand.
Said the side of a kid's hand. Giant spiders expected to drop from sky across the East Coast this spring. And when I was reading it, I was like, oh, George. And then I read all the way to the bottom of the article, and it said, expected to be as far as D.C. and even Delaware. I'm like, oh, shit, man. So if you haven't read or seen it, it's the, what's the name of the spider? I don't want to fuck it up here.
Them niggas is crafty. They said they use their web as parachutes.
Yeah.
Nigga, paratrooper spiders, cuz?
The large Joro spider.
Large Joro.
Now, I was comforted by the fact
Somebody
that
set them loose.
the fangs are, because they're from Japan. And you're going to tell me they parachuted from Japan all the way to the East Coast?
Somebody set them Jones loose.
So their fangs are too small to pierce human skin.
Yeah.
Great, not poisonous. But still, if I'm walking outside
and you see that busky motherfucker
and I see a spider the size of a baby's hand just float down on me, I'm going to scream like a bitch.
I'm going to lose my shit.
You know what? I had a scare one time. I was out walking with a friend on a hiking trail and I stepped on a snake. And I was proud of myself because I screamed it was bassy scream. It was like, oh shit. Like it wasn't like, ah. Like I was proud of myself. Like I was scared shitless, but I was still a man about it. Yo, so be on the lookout this year. They say that their bodies aren't that big, but they're like a daddy long legs. That's what makes them the size of a baby's hand. So, and I take everything I read with a grain of salt because, of course, to get clicks, you got to hype shit up. But I'm gonna be on the lookout. I'm gonna be wearing hats all spring.
Yeah, shit, I have to wear hats.
We just got rid of the cicadas.
That motherfucker catching my hair, bro. I'll be scared as hell. I ain't gonna lie.
Shit.
Even though I know it ain't gonna do nothing, I'm gonna panic.
happy International Women's Month.
Oh, yeah,
Forgot to say that last week. So thank you to all the strong women out there who support and provide us and ride right next to us. So
Facts.
we appreciate you guys.
100%.
Did you guys watch Inventing Anna?
No. You know me, man. I be barely watching any damn thing.
Inventing Anna might trump the Tindler Swindler.
No shit.
At least they should be a power couple. at the minimum least.
Damn, it's like that.
Yo, this girl is 25 from Russia/Germany. And long story less long without giving away the thing. She goes to New York, intermingles herself with all these like elite, like these people with money, and convinces them that she wants to build this thing. And she's getting people to buy, give her money and do money for it. And she's going on these expensive trips. It's insane.
Oh, shit.
And I'm going to start asking people to accept wires, which you don't get yet. And if you guys watched it out there, you know what I mean. But she might beat the Tindler Swindler for me.
Oh, shit.
As my new hero.
Yeah.
And it's funny, the actress is the same. I don't know if you ever watched Ozark. It's the same actress who plays Ruthie in Ozark. And I don't think she's attractive necessarily, but her power and her fucking obnoxiousness, I don't know, I'm weird, is attractive as shit to me.
Yeah.
But it was a great...
You like to be abused.
Maybe, perhaps. Perhaps. You seen his act?
Nope.
Now you gotta check it out. You will, if you scroll past it on Netflix, you might be like, what is this girl with the glasses on? It was interesting as shit. So I definitely would recommend that. I didn't say what I was grateful for, did I?
You did not. No, yeah, you did.
I did.
You said us.
Okay.
You
I
said
am
us.
grateful for you guys.
Yeah.
So I stumbled upon another thing, and amicable breakup versus staying past the expiration date. So you ever dated somebody and you knew it was time to go? You knew there was nothing else left for you guys, but you stayed. Here come Mr. Perfect Ass. I love my wife. We've been together forever.
Nah.
That's my baby.
Nah, because we have
I'm hating a little bit.
Nah, but we did a lot to get where we was. Like our first relationship, we was 14 and 16. Like we was young. Like, bro, I'm finna be 29 next month. Like,
So wait, when y'all say y'all each other's first love, I didn't realize you meant that young.
yeah, we was 14 and 16 when we got together.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and then I ended up. She would tell everybody I broke her heart, and I did. Like that is something that I always regret. But I felt like it's something that needed to happen for us to learn who we was, and we ended up getting back to each other. So I feel like even though it's something that I do regret and something that shouldn't happen, it made us who we are today. Yeah, like so. Yeah, that's always gonna be my baby. But I'm not staying. Like, if I feel like there's absolutely nothing here, there's no reason, we both are just staying in unhappily, like, there's no reason to stay.
Do you think some people stay like it's not miserable, but you're content? And I don't know if content should be your, the end goal, but
yeah, nah, a lot of people do get content. They'll be just settled with what it is and not trying to make it anything better. And that is, I feel like a lot of people do that. So that could be the thought of it.
What about people in between your fairy tale romance? And I don't mean it in a negative way. It sounded like I was being shady as shit. I swear I wasn't. But like the people you dated in between, did you like get to a point where you're like, all right, I'm done with this shit?
Yeah. No, yeah, I definitely did get to points
and
like
did
that.
You cut it off immediately?
Nope. It went on a little while because I've always been the type of person I want to be as nice as possible.
Okay.
Like I want to make it seem like as though with certain situations I care, when in reality I really don't. No. I just need to make sure that this gets over with and we'll move on with our lives.
Okay. So you don't have nobody out there looking to put holes in your tires or nothing?
Oh no, nah. I don't know. Fuck that.
Always make me look like the devil.
That's because I heard so many stories. All my peoples, at least every one of them had one crazy girl, and that let me know, like even if like You better be nice as possible. Let it down easy. Make her ass leave you. Like, don't, no, don't
I had
do
a
that.
boy who used to make. You know how you make a mixtape? Well, maybe you don't, but in my day,
I used to make mixtapes, cuz.
all right, we used to make a mixtape for your girl. He used to make the girl a breakup mixtape. Like the songs would all be about breaking up or the shit's not working out.
That's fucked up.
My man Art.
Oh shit.
One day we got to call him and ask him about it.
Facts. I want to know his thought process on that.
Yeah, I didn't set the shit up. I was gonna say I'm gonna call him now, but I didn't set the shit up for the phone shit. But
Like,
yeah.
did it make it easier for you, my guy? Did he just not say nothing and just sent the CD?
It's
Like,
been such tape.
nigga, UPS. Oh, my fault.
Legitimate
them,
tape.
Them cassette tapes.
Yeah,
That's
real,
what y'all
real.
had? Facts.
8-track
Like, did he
tapes.
just mail it to her, or did he just drop it off on her doorstep?
Nah, he would give it to her.
He gave it to her.
Yeah.
He was like, "Listen to this when you get home."
This nigga was one of the smooth.
I love you, baby. Go ahead, listen to that when you get home.
Oh, shit.
like.
How do you know when it's over though?
You can feel it. I feel like you can feel it. Like sometimes you'll feel like there's no coming back from what the situation is. And I feel like personally, everybody can feel that moment in their heart. But it's all about how you do it, I guess. That's what a lot of people be thinking
I
about.
don't know. Some people be like confused as hell when I be like, 'cause I used to be, in the sake of trying to be the nice guy like you, I think I would let shit linger way too long. Because, trying to be the nice guy, I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. But closed mouth don't get fed. Right?
Facts.
And so I would never kind of say things. And what's the traditional young man thing? If I start acting like an asshole, then she'll leave me. But see, what you don't learn at a young age is that women, the right women, will go hard for you and deal with you through your bullshit because they see the value in you.
Yeah.
So that shit doesn't work.
Yeah. Facts.
That shit does not work.
Facts.
So I used to feel like I knew when I met somebody, and again, this could be my cynical, logical brain. I could tell you the time that this was going to last. Like, I knew what the expiration date was. And for most people,
This motherfucker got a calendar.
No, like
November 2nd. We done, bitch. we out of here.
And so I usually would know like it was like quarters almost. It was always in sets of 3. Like, oh, this is about to be 3 months. But I think part of the problem is, you know how sometimes in the beginning, when you're young, you start ignoring shit. Like, oh, she walk funny. I'm just using something stupid. She walk funny. And I don't really fuck with that. But everything else is kind of cool. So I'm going to deal with it. And then you deal with it, and you deal with it. And I think what would happen is 3 months, 6 months, I got tired of just dealing with it. But I never said anything to correct it, right?
Yeah.
But I used to kind of have this feeling like, this is going to be like a 3-month thing. This is going to be, this month. Or in certain cases, in the good ones, like, I don't see an expiration date. This is going to be a long-term thing. You know what I mean? But I was always worried about hurting a person's feelings. And it even goes back to like my early management style. Like, oh, Zach's a nice guy, man. I don't know how to tell him he can't sell shit. So I wouldn't ever really tell him. I would just kind of help him out. Like, he's trying to work hard. He's a good guy. But then I learned in the long run, as I got older and more mature, I'm doing him more harm by not telling him the truth.
Yeah.
And the same in those relationships. I was doing more harm by letting it go on long because while I was done in my mind, that other person wasn't done.
They still think it's going on.
And for them, it's getting deeper.
Yeah.
So when it finally comes to a head,
that shit's shocking.
Yeah. What are some of the reasons, though, you think you stay longer than necessary?
I feel like a lot, kids.
I think a lot of people do it for the kids.
Yeah. Like, and I understand it because you want to make sure the kids are happy and all of that, but you guys have to be happy too. So like, no matter what, if y'all are good people, y'all gonna make sure y'all come together and make sure the kids are taken care of regardless. But don't sacrifice your happiness like just for the kids because you'll regret it. Like,
and I think they're smart.
Yeah, and kids are smart. Yeah, kids are smart.
I think they pick up on it, and I think what you might have said before I cut you off. I think if you do that too long, you end up resenting the kids to a degree. Like, I stayed with this motherfucker
Like,
unhappy all these years for you.
I had to deal with this motherfucker for 18 years for your ass. Like,
And it trickles out. Like, I've known people who stayed for a longer period of time, and then the relationship just got worse and worse and worse. So then even when the couple finally decided to go their separate ways, it was so much damage done and hurt done that they didn't even want to fuck with each other, even to a co-parent, the co-parent thing. They didn't want to do it. And I've been places where I was so in my feelings about shit where I would miss picking my kids up just because I didn't want to see their mother. As ridiculous as it sounds. I was once that guy because I think we tried at it too long, and we just had a lot of deep resentment for each other at the time. Now I don't anymore. I can't speak for her, but
but it was one of them things where anytime y'all even seen each other, it was just like, this motherfucker get on my nerves type of deal.
Yeah.
So yeah, that shit make that shit toxic. Trying to hold on to something that's no longer there.
What about money? Think about how hard it is to live, especially with gas. I don't want to beat a dead horse with the gas thing.
Yeah. You seen all the memes.
Yeah. I seen the $62 it cost to fill my tank when it normally costs $45 the other day.
My organs hurt.
Tell me. Who's in charge?
Oh, this pain different. This is different pain. This is new pain.
I'm gonna keep going half tank.
Well, the trick is I usually don't let my car get past the half. That was a habit my mother taught me, and I've just always done it. But I've gotten so used to not having to get gas every week since I'm not driving an hour to work.
Yeah.
I just be forgetting.
Yeah, man.
I put gas in my car twice since I've moved.
Sheesh.
Total. 2 times total. But money, it's hard to live out here by yourself.
Yeah. A lot of people will stay together because together we can afford this home, but separately, them payments gonna go right under, and then we're gonna be even more screwed because that go back to your credit and all that other stuff. Like, gonna be in even worse position. A lot of people do that, and I feel like that's something like, I feel like in a way it's all gonna get worked through at some point, but it's about y'all coming together and figuring out what's the best route for y'all to. Because if neither one of y'all tell each other that I'm not happy in the situation, 1, it's not going to get better. 2, it's going to get worse. And then in 3, y'all not going to get to that point where y'all can exist in a good way, basically. Okay. Exist together.
Do you think, and I was reading this, and I wonder if I really, when I'm reading these shits, like, I have my own opinion and you have your opinion, but I kind of want to see what other people say. I think somebody asked what my sources were in a YouTube comment.
Yeah.
It was Matt. Matt used to do the other podcast with me too. And just whatever, I read other articles because I don't want it to just be our opinion. Plus, I'm curious what other people think.
Yeah.
And they say a lot of people do it because they don't want to be alone.
Yeah.
And I can kind of see that.
Especially if, like, when people grow up certain ways and if they have abandonment issues and stuff like that, that'll be a real big cause of it.
I definitely know I have abandonment issues. No, that we could talk 3. We could make that a 3-part. You saw my eyes tear up.
I'm just gonna say it and we're gonna leave that alone for now. I ain't doing that right now.
So I wasn't gonna cry. I don't know if I've stayed in a relationship for the fear of being alone before. But maybe, it's comforting to have somebody to come home to 90% of the time, even when you don't want to be bothered.
Goddamn used to that. Like it's the same with me. Like, all right, my wife, every once in a blue moon, she has like this woman's group that she's with or whatever, and they'll go on trips and stuff. Sometimes, like, when she go on the trip, I be missing her ass like a mother.
Do you miss her right away?
Huh?
Do you miss her right away?
No. That first day I'm cool. After that, I'll be missing her ass.
It's always taking me like 3 days.
Yeah. That first day I'll be good. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do what I want. I'm gonna play my game all night, all that. And then I go to sleep. And I wake up and she ain't there. I'll pop up in the middle of the night looking for her ass. She ain't there. I'll be salty.
See, at first they'd be like, all right, put some fresh sheets on the bed. I'm gonna watch whatever I want to watch. I'm gonna order dinner, whatever I want to order. Ain't nobody gonna bust in if I want to pop one off.
motherfucker.
This shit is gonna be sweet. I play video games.
Get loose in this motherfucker.
About to beat my meat. About to beat my meat. About to beat my meat.
I might treat myself and knock one out in the living room and one in the bedroom. Fuck it.
I'm like, I got freedom, cuz.
And then by day 3, you're like, when you coming home?
Yeah. That's a fact, yo. That's exactly how it be. It be good for a while, and then you like, all right, I had enough of that shit. Bring your ass home.
I definitely have stayed in relationships longer than the expiration date.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was really trying to dig in deep and thinking like why, and I wasn't sure, I'm like, I don't think it's fair to be alone. I love alone time. I love me. I'm fucking great. It's great to be with me. And to a degree I did. I think I got attached to one of my ex's family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because my mother passed when I was 19. And you know, my father was like, I was young, like 20 something, almost 30. So for a long time, I jokingly say I've been an orphan for a very long time. And just kind of having that sense of that family. So after I got over their relationship and me and my partner being together, I was still I was still mourning the loss of the family too.
Mm-hmm.
And so to a degree, maybe not necessarily to be alone, but maybe I did stay longer to not be alone. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that
In
definitely
that
does make sense. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Because you basically had an attachment to the family also. It wasn't like just her. So
And it's a level of, like a level of security in that. You know what I mean? Like some people like status quo and they don't like anything to change around it. Like this is how this is how this is, we do this on this day, we do, and that's comforting to people. I don't know. What's the longest you ever stayed in a relationship you shouldn't have stayed in?
Longest I've stayed in a
Holding back.
relationship.
Just don't say this one.
No. Oh, no, not this one at all. Not this one at all. Nah, it had to be like 3 to 6 months.
Longer than you knew.
Longer than,
wanted to.
yeah, longer than
So
I
what
wanted
kept
to.
you there?
Just, honestly, yeah, I was kind of attached to their family.
Okay.
Like, because I met, well, it wasn't even their family. It was her sister's boyfriend and the people he was chilling with.
Okay.
I ended up cool with them. And so I was only still dating the sister because
Well, you don't think they would have fucked with you otherwise?
Huh?
You don't think they would have fucked with you otherwise?
Nah, it was just, for some reason, my dumb young mind, that's how I was thinking. I was thinking like, I'm just going to be around so I can chill with my guys because they didn't like come to my area that good because like back then certain neighborhoods didn't fuck with certain neighborhoods. So niggas wasn't traveling. like we gonna stay over at this side. Like you can come chill with me, but yeah, and that was something that I regretted because I felt like at the end it ended up being something toxic and something that shouldn't have been, basically.
Okay.
And now anytime I see that person, like ever since it's funny because I seen her like twice. And then ever since I grew my hair out, nobody like fully recognizes me when they see me in public, especially with the mask on, because I still wear my mask and shit. Right. So I be seeing motherfuckers and I go right the other way. Like, I'm not, nope, you're not. I don't want to see you. I don't care about your life. I don't care what's going on. Goodbye. It was at Staples I seen that motherfucker.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. I went right in the back room.
All right. I'm going to ask you the question that nobody's posed yet. Have you ever stayed in a relationship longer? Because the pussy was good. Zach raised his hand for the people who can't see.
Nah.
I hate your mature fucking ass. Nah. Let me talk to Zach. I'm gonna start a separate pod with Zach called The Toxic Time.
It probably wasn't because it was good. It probably was more because it was regular. Like I didn't have to work for it. I just
shout out to your mom and pops. They raised a very mature young man here.
If you want to say that, yeah. But yeah, nah, I ain't never really have that thought. Like anytime it just be a quick, like if it's somebody that I can just get it easily, but it wasn't like it was like major good or kept me there because once I actually found another way out, like I was going. I wasn't.
Shit. I definitely had stayed around because these were like, what do they call them? Soul snatchers, people say, or
Throat goat.
they were like,
That's what.
that. I mean, like porn stars.
Yeah.
But it was all this fucking drama surrounded around them. It's like been 2 or 3 times where I'm like, oh, I can't stand this bitch. She's about to fuck the shit out of me so I can deal with it. It's okay. It's okay. I don't think I could deal with that bullshit.
No.
Now.
Yeah.
Like my understanding.
That shit, I know that shit tiring.
My understanding has always been that as you get older, your patience gets better. My patience for nonsense and bullshit is ridiculously lessened as I got older. Like ridiculous.
They've been lying to us. That's not fuck that. They've been lying to us, nigga.
But maybe for some things, like people you love, you have more patience in most cases.
Yeah.
But yeah, for dumb shit, like that, done. You mature ass. No, I would never. I would never.
It's I would never. Why you had to?
Never.
You had to do the voice.
He was like, "Oh, Rahmonn, how could you? But you know I ain't shit when you signed up for this shit." So,
shit, ain't nothing wrong with it.
let's see what I have here.
I don't like thoughts.
Okay,
Never did.
so Mr. Mature Ass, what's the best way to end a relationship amicably?
A best way to end the relationship amicably?
Damn, have I ever ended one amicably?
No, I haven't.
You never?
No.
So yours always ended with some drama?
Well, I mean, I guess we just didn't talk anymore. So
Just stop coming around.
I just
She'll
fucking
get the hint.
stop texting me. That's basically what
Let's
it was.
see. The note said here, end it as soon as possible. Wrong. Going what I've gotten wrong. Be 100% honest about why.
Nah, nigga. You be honest about why, nigga.
Do you?
Yeah.
Have you broken up with somebody you were 100% honest why it wasn't working for you?
Yeah. Well, no.
Okay, here we go.
No. Nah, I ain't even tell her why. It was just like, because we actually haven't spoken in a couple days, and it's like,
You got a platform. Tell her now.
nigga, no, fuck out of here, I am happy. Fuck all that shit. But where was I going with this? Yeah, we was at lunch and shit. It was in middle school. We was at fucking lunch, and we basically wasn't talking to each other for a while, and then she came over because at lunch you sit with all your niggas, she sit with all her girls or whatever. She came over and was like, "Are we still going out or what?" I was like, "Nah." That's literally like, bro, I'm dead ass. Like, people probably think I'm bullshitting. And I was like, "Nah," and she was like, "Okay," and she walked over to a table and she yelled out, "I'm officially single," and all my niggas looked at me like, "You hear that?" I was, "Yeah, I just told her so, motherfucker." like, and I didn't tell her why. It's just, it was one of the moments where I felt like this shit's not going anywhere, and it's like, I feel like we're both wasting our time.
Okay. That is very consistent with you. If you know something's a waste of your time, you move on.
I hate my time being wasted.
Yeah.
I fucking hate it. That's
I do too, but for some reason I used to make this exception with women.
yeah.
I don't know why.
I hate my time being wasted, no matter what it is.
It says be gentle but rip off the Band-Aid.
Yeah. I mean, I ripped off the Band-Aid, but I don't know if I was too gentle.
Don't have breakup sex or continue to sleep with them afterward.
I agree. Do not.
That is the right way to do it.
Do not.
But I have consistently done that the wrong way. You know how there's that one question where you be taking them corporate trainings and you keep getting the same question wrong and you got to take the test every year? That was the one that I got wrong every single year.
Nope.
No matter how many times I saw the question.
You do that, you opening that gateway, motherfucker.
Somebody told me once, better the devil you know than the devil you don't know. And I guess I kind of roll with that.
I mean, that's kind of true too, but nigga, you know that devil for a reason, motherfucker. So keep your goddamn ass away. Like it ended for a reason. Like, and then a couple months later, y'all gonna be like, "Oh, I love you again," and then it's gonna go right back to the toxic shit.
Yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm. It is nice being in a mature, healthy relationship.
Yeah, it is. You don't got to deal with all that
I think
bullshit.
back in the day, though, I used to get like a little high off some of that toxicity. Does that make me toxic?
Yes. You toxic.
Shit.
Motherfucker. Any motherfucker that's not toxic doesn't like toxic shit. So apparently you a toxic ass nigga.
Give an appropriate amount of time before you start dating again. I think that a great question is what's an appropriate amount of time? And I don't think there is a set time.
There's not a set time. It all depends on how your previous relationship was to you. Like, all right, so say me and my wife had a horrible time, we hated each other, blah blah blah, and we break it off. If I start seeing somebody in a couple weeks, like that doesn't really matter, being as though that we both hated the situation we was in. That shouldn't affect.
But do you think you healed in a couple of weeks?
Hell no, you ain't healing no couple of
Okay.
weeks. I mean, I wouldn't do that, obviously, but
Of course not.
I'm just
my name's Darien.
I'm just saying, like, it all depends. Like, if it was a short relationship, if y'all was only together for like 3 months,
Okay.
like, what is that? That's not really.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, not like my situation. Like, nigga, this is some years.
That's
nigga.
the worst one for me. Keep
What?
the boundaries and don't have sex. I used to spin the block all the time.
Nigga, spin the block and shoot the crib up, nigga.
All right, Mr. Perfect Ass. I'm gonna put you on the spot. I'm gonna ask you a question. And I heard they were talking about this on Joe Budden a little bit. So, never in a million years, but if your wife cheated on you and she came back because you love her, I believe you would try and work it out. Would you want the details of the cheating?
No, I don't want the details. Only thing I might want to know is who it was with.
Okay.
But what happened and all of that shit, nope, I don't want to hear nothing about it.
See, I'm weird.
Who it was with is going to determine how this plays out. That's
Right.
that's literally how it is for me. If it's somebody I don't know, Joe Schmo from some blah blah blah, I don't care. But if it's in my circle or anybody I know, then it's a problem.
I'm weird because it's happened, and I wanted to know the details. And here's the even crazier part.
Did you put it on OnlyFans? It's like, nah.
Before OnlyFans.
Oh yeah, yep.
But
Forgot you ordered shit. Oh shit.
The crazier part was I found myself being impressed by the person at the time. It's like, damn, you did that? Word? Really? And I'm like,
Freaky ass.
something is wrong with me.
Yeah. I don't even know
I'm
how.
telling you, for some reason, you could look like
I'd be heartbroken.
I was heartbroken too. It was a lot of emotions going on. I'm telling you, I need intent. Like, you know, everybody's like, if I get rich, the first thing I'm gonna buy is a car and a house. I'm gonna buy all that, but I'm gonna buy a really good therapist because I believe there is some intense trauma that I've just, you know, we talking about
Repressed,
men,
motherfucker.
you
We
learn to
repress that
it
shit.
and move on and shit. But something's wrong. I'll be the first to admit it.
It's all right. Some
But
shit up there fried. It's
I'm
okay.
comfortable in my truths, though.
That's all that
I'm
matters.
comfortable in my skin.
That's all that matters.
So you wouldn't want to know no details.
Nah, don't tell me nothing. Don't tell me.
Yeah, I was like,
nothing.
how did it happen?
Don't
What got
tell
you
me
to that
nothing.
point?
Don't. I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. Nope.
Zach, would you want to know? Zach said no too.
Zach
See?
said no. Zach
I'm
be
the
like,
only fucking weirdo in this room.
nah, I don't.
Walking out.
But has it ever? Let me ask you.
You better
both
give it
this
some time before you get them cheeks, because he probably never mind. He probably opened that.
I'm like, fine down. Like, today's the day. Like, all your shit, put it outside. Like,
You do seem like the.
He seemed like
bide
the-
my
yeah.
time. I'm gonna just be like it's chilling, and one day all your shit gonna be
You
in
gonna
the
wake
U-Haul.
up all your shit outside.
But let me ask you this question: have you ever been cheated on that you know of? Because girls are better than us in that shit. You could have been cheated on millions of times,
Yeah.
and not even know. Because
Yeah.
girls are way better than that.
Yeah, I've
We
been
are.
cheated on. I'm an ugly nigga. It's like, nah. It's like, nah. I'm joking. Nah, but yeah, I've been cheated on. I'm pretty sure almost everybody has been cheated on.
You've been cheated on, Zach?
You probably don't even know you've been cheated on, but you've been cheated on. These hoes ain't loyal. Nigga, you've been cheated on. Somebody. So you've been single? How long you been single? Decades. Nigga, you only 21?
Barely 2 decades. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. the first time it ever happened, because I've been in this situation twice where I wanted to know, and yeah, I'm not gonna get that. No, fuck, I'm gonna get that transparent. So she never admitted it, but she disappeared, and she had put makeup on, and she never put makeup on unless she was going somewhere. And we were staying at my sister's at the time. Whole other crazy story. And she just disappeared. And I didn't even know she disappeared because I was at work, and somebody was like, "Oh, where did she go today? I didn't see her." I'm like, "Well, her doctor's appointment was this time, and she should have been back by then." And he's like, "No, she came back from that. She went back out." So I go downstairs and I ask, because we stayed downstairs. I'm like, where'd you go? Where'd you go today? Like, all made up and shit. And backtrack. The reason I knew it, she had told me a story once about how she knew this person cheated on her. Let's say you cheated on her, right? She went to your best friend and fucked your best friend. And you never found out about it. But just in her mind, she knew she had got bested you. She didn't even need you to know. She just knew that she fucked your best friend. So the fact that she thought that I was going back with my ex before her, I knew for a fact that she would never tell me, but I was pretty damn sure of it. We fought the whole night. She kept saying, she kept mumbling. And I said, not one of my prouder moments. I said, "I'm going to ask you one more time where you went today. And if you don't answer me, I'm going to snatch you off that bed."
Yeah, that's how I've been with a motherfucker. No.
And so I proceeded to, before I get, my boy grabbed me and carried my big ass down the stairs. And we tried to answer it again. And then later that night, we went out to the bar, had drinks together, and then we came home and fucked each other's brains out. I need therapy. Like, let's start a donation. Put a number right there, Zach, for people to donate to my cause.
This nigga's a true supporter of makeup sex. This nigga. That's this nigga love. You can get that toxic shit and then go crazy.
See, I was toxic before it was even a thing. I don't know. But I think in a mature, healthy
nuclear,
relationship,
that's what they called it. Nuclear, motherfucker. Yeah, old ass. Said this nigga nuclear, motherfucker.
we called it Pearl Harbor. I don't know, man. I think it's important to be honest and like talk about things along the way, because when you don't talk to the person about what's going on in your mind, they don't know, right? It's your mind. And it doesn't give them the opportunity to say how they feel, or maybe there's something they say, "Oh, I didn't know you felt that was missing, or you felt I was doing that. Let me change, or I'm not going to change. This won't work." You know what I mean?
Facts.
And so a lot of times,
that's like my fault for cutting you off, but that's like don't let that shit build up. Like if you let it build up, it's gonna be worse than if y'all would have actually got together and got to an understanding. Because if you just let that shit build up, you gonna be like, "Man, fuck you! I don't want nothing. I don't care about nothing. Leave me alone." Like, and it's gonna get to that point, and a lot you, especially if it's somebody that you really do care about, you don't want it to get that far.
Like it could have been handled, but we didn't. So I think it's audience, tell us what questions should we pose them with? I got a couple here.
When is the right time to break up?
Yeah, like how do you know when it's time? And do you bring it up immediately, or do you just
what's your delivery? How should you bring the question up?
Yeah, let's hear some stories other than mine.
Yeah, we want to hear some.
You got my toxic ass and Mr. Mature over here. I just secrets.
Facts. I just kept to myself. That's why I was. Zach keep to himself. That nigga like, I ain't telling nothing. He said y'all tell. I ain't saying shit.
He just smiling.
He just smiling.
He gonna tell us a story after we hit the stop button.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for watching. Any final thoughts for you, sir?
Final thoughts. Live life, love each other, and do the best you can.
Good, solid advice. I say that thing that you've been dreaming about trying out and doing, fucking do it. It feels great. This could be, God forbid, our last episode ever. But I will still be satisfied because we had an idea and we did it. And I think that is like a drug in its own. And I think everybody should experience that. Everybody has an idea. Try it. I met a dope lady at work this week. She sells custom t-shirts. teesbytay.com. It's it's not an ad, but it is an ad. But just listening to her story, how she had an idea and she always wanted to do it. You know, the pandemic and blah 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 blah. And she finally said,
"See if she can make us some merch."
We talked about it on the side. So I was like, that's such an inspiring story.
Yeah.
So anyway, follow your dream. Don't just follow the dream, but actually put some action and play in. You got to just start. You're not going to figure it out. It's not going to be perfect first go around. You know,
trial and error.
Error.
Get better.
Guys, you can check us out on Spotify, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, all those good places, and of course YouTube if you're watching here. Where can they follow us and comment with us and all that good shit?
At Warm the Crib on across all social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. At Warm the Crib.
And for your photo and video work, check out my man at Zachariah Films. That's ZachariahFilmsLLC.com. No. Oh, ZachariahFilms.com.
Damn, we did all of that.
Well, maybe it'll be down here. Now, if you've been watching, every time I say it'll be down here, it's not here. So maybe it'll be down here.
Our timing is off. That's
But thank you guys for tuning in once again. Thank you for being patient with us through the week and giving us that grace. We're glad to be back. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.